Today is day 7, and it is Wednesday, August 13th. I'm going to write that date down, Wednesday, August 13th. And for our do now today, I made a little worksheet for you with 3 different parabolas. I wanted you to identify the features of each parabola, all of the ones listed here. And then, just to make sure that we're awake, I gave you a quadratic equation to solve. So, let's start with the parabolas. I'm going to go from left to right. So, first I have this one here that I'm pointing at. What direction does this one open? Down. Good, good, good. This one opens down, so we just circle that. Down. Okay. Who knows what the vertex is?
It is -3.
-3?
Positive. -3 and 2.
Okay, let's see.
Hold on.
The vertex. Give me.
-3 and 2.
Yes, yes.
I was looking at
Good.
the wrong one.
Yes. So, our vertex is this point, right? So, we're going to look at the x-axis first. Where does it line up? This is a -3. Yes.
And it's always the x.
So that's my x value, -3. And then I look to see where does it line up on the y-axis? +2. We see that?
Yes.
All
That
right.
red line helps out a lot.
Yes. And yeah, draw the dotted line if it helps, do it. I think it definitely helps a little. Okay, so my x is -3, my y is +2.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I had 2 first and then -3.
Mm.
X always goes first.
Yes, your x value in a coordinate will always be the first number. So if you wanted to write +2 first and then -3, this is what coordinate it really would be. X is +2 and then -3. This would be that point.
I got you. Okay.
So we want this one.
Okay.
Yeah, so x comes first and then y.
Yeah, you could also make that as a number 2.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. X comes first.
Then comes the y.
Uh-huh. Now,
Like in alphabet.
the axis of symmetry. What will the axis of symmetry always match? What will it be the same as?
The x value.
The x value of the vertex.
Yeah.
So, if you have your vertex, you have your axis of symmetry, because the vertex is the middle of your parabola. The axis of symmetry goes through the middle. Remember, symmetry means symmetrical. It means like a reflection, a mirror. So whatever's on one side will be the same as the other. So when you draw a line through the middle, you'll know it's the middle if the points are the same distance away from each other. We could even check that by counting. For example, my 2 points here, I could count 1, 2, okay, it's 2 spaces away. My other point is 1, 2, 2 spaces away. So it's equal. This is the line of symmetry. And it goes through -3, which is the same x value as the vertex. Those will always match. So when in doubt, just use whatever number you put here.
Just check it out.
Yeah, yeah. When in doubt, just check it out. All right. Okay. Now, does that make sense to everybody? You feel okay about it? All right. Now, my zeros, or my x-intercepts.
-5, 0, -1, 0.
Yes, remember those are the points that sit on the x-axis. Right here and right here.
And on that one, your number comes first.
So, yes, I'm going to label the coordinates on the picture, but I'm just going to write the numbers in my blank. So this, Titania, you're right. It's -5. The x comes first. 0 is the y. And this is -1.
Okay.
0.
I don't know where I got the negative, well, I do know where I got the -1, but.
-1 is right.
Oh, it is?
Yes, it is. So here, I just labeled the
It's the same
coordinates,
one.
but this is all you have to write for your answer. Either -1 and -5,
Okay.
or you could write -5 and -1.
And then how she did the.
Yeah.
So this is just the and sign in the middle.
I think I was looking at the coordinate.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't need you to do that. You can just do the numbers and I'm happy with it.
Okay.
I do the coordinates.
Sounds good. Okay, so those are our zeros or our x-intercepts. That's where they touch the x-axis, left to right. And last but not least,
0, -3.
y-intercept, 0, -3. Very good. It's right here. That's where the y-axis and the parabola cross, right there. So I'm going to circle that and put the coordinate. And you said it's 0, -3. And what can I write if I don't want to write the coordinate?
-3.
Yeah, you can just write the number it touches. -3 is fine. -3, because it's touching -3 on the y-axis.
Does it actually matter how you put your, so like, if I put my -5 in front of my -1, like,
No, you can absolutely do -5 and -1, or -1 and -5. Either one is fine. I don't care about the order. Perfect. Yep, that's perfect. I love it. Okay, questions about this first one? Or we got it? Got it. Okay, second parabola.
Up and away.
God, girl. It's up. It's up. It's pointing up. That's good. Up and away. Okay, what's my vertex? 2, -6. Okay. Now, at any point, if I write an answer down and yours doesn't match that, tell me. Don't be embarrassed, guys. This is a safe space. Nobody can tell whose voice is whose on this video, okay? And nobody's watching this video but me and anyone that didn't come to class. Or maybe one of you. So, this is our vertex. It's 2, -6 in parentheses. It's a coordinate. So, my vertex, 2,
I put 0, -6.
-6.
But don't ask me why.
That's all right. Do you see why it's 2 instead of 0?
Yes.
Okay, good. Did anybody else get a number different than 2, -6, or a coordinate different? You got it? Good. Okay. For the next few, let's raise our hand. Raise your hand if you know the answer. I want to see some participation from some other people. Axis of symmetry. Did you really? 2? Did I call on you? Did you raise your hand? Come on. I just said that. Come on. It is 2. Yes. X equals 2. X equals 2. My Lord. So I'm going to draw it going right through 2. And it matches this. X equals 2. Okay, next one. Raise your hand. Wait for me to call on you. What are my x-intercepts, Jessica?
-2, 0, and 6, 0.
-2, 0. Perfect. And 6, 0. Wonderful. And for our spot here, we can write the coordinates if we want, or we could just write -2 and +6. Good. Okay. What's my y-intercept? Kelsey. -5. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. -5. That's my y-intercept. How'd you get -5?
It's on the X, it's on the Y-axis. At the
Let me ask
bottom.
you this, Arthur, what did you get?
No, I'm just asking how.
Oh, how? Well, here's my y-axis, and I'm going to trace it until there's a point on it. No point, no point, no point. Oh, -5. That's your answer. There you go. That's how. Okay.
It decreased to the bottom.
Guys, what are we on today? My Lord.
I think I got a little bit of rest today.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
He's in top shape.
Yeah.
Top shape today.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's do the third one. You can shout out the first one. Up or down?
Down with the frown.
Down. It's down. Good. And I forgot the arrows on this one. Sorry, guys. But it is down.
Yep, down with the frown.
Down with a frown. Yeah. You can make a little face. That's a frown. Jessica, yes.
The vertex is +3,
+3, +6.
Looks like one of them fish on SpongeBob.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it does.
Girl, you're right.
That's so good. It really does. Oh, it's so bad. 3, 6. Good. All right.
Where's the 3 first?
Why is the 3 first? Somebody raise your hand and tell me why. Why? Titania.
Anything that's on the X-axis goes first.
Okay, so the X value comes first.
Always.
Yes. So
Okay.
Rhonda, to kind of explain that a little further, when I look at this point and I figure out what is my X value, well, I'm going to find the X axis. It's down here. So when I trace that line down to the X axis, I'm touching 3. 3 is where, not touching, but I'm lining up with 3. So that's my X value, and that
Yeah.
comes first.
That's why those invisible lines that help you out.
Yeah, so if it does help, draw some dotted lines. And whenever you do that, then you automatically have your axis of symmetry too. Just saying. So, does that help? Okay. Raise your hand. What's my axis of symmetry? Jessica. 3. Good. 3. Perfect. All right. What are my x-intercepts, Rhonda? -1 is one of them, yes. And the other one's not 0, because remember, 0's right here. What's the other spot that we're touching the x-axis?
-1 and no, is it a 7?
It's a 7. Good. I know. I extended that one a little bit.
Oh, okay.
-1 and
You know-
7.
You know what it is?
Uh-huh.
It's just my, I guess, because everything else is 6, so I'm like.
Right,
it's
right.
7.
I know. I threw you some curveballs on this one.
I made my 7 go in.
-1 and 7.
Or you can do -1, 0, and 7, 0.
You absolutely could. So, Rhonda, I take it back. Whenever you said -1, 0, did you mean the coordinate? Like -1, 0?
No.
Oh. I appreciate the honesty. I was gonna say you're right, actually.
But that ain't what I'm.
Oh, you guys are so funny. There you go.
Oh, yeah, because she thought the 7 was a 0 because it was missing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. There's the 7.
Yeah. I had kind of like, wait, 6, 7.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay. Last one. What is my y-intercept? Kelsey.
4.
4. Yes. good.
Now who's gonna answer?
So
the
if I had
question?
0, 4.
Good. 0, 4 is even better.
Okay.
Yeah, 0, 4 is perfect. 0, 4. That's an even more specific coordinate. But all you need to get it right on the quiz is 4. So technically they're just as good. You're not getting bonus for that. Sorry. But good to know in the future.
I skipped a lot of steps on that too.
Uh-oh. What'd you skip steps on? The second question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I got it right.
How do you know?
Because it's -4, -6.
How you know that? You cheat?
No. I worked it out, but instead of writing out the formula, I
I'm,
went in and worked the problem
I'm
out.
messing with you. I'm messing.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
No, I think you're right. But let's do this. So we've taken a break from quadratic formula because we've been looking at parabolas. So I'm going to flip my page over because, like I said on this little note, I didn't leave you much space. So I'm going to rewrite this, and we're just going to review these steps real quick.
Can I walk through the discriminative part?
Can you what?
Can I walk through the discriminative part?
The discriminant part?
Yes.
Sure. Before that, can you read me the problem so I can write it again?
X squared
Mm-hmm.
plus 10x plus 24 equals 0.
Perfect. Okay. X squared plus 10x plus 24 equals 0. Now, before we go through it, I like to write my formulas out to the side. So, what is the discriminant formula again?
B squared
Uh-huh.
minus -4 times A times C.
Okay, perfect. And then my quadratic formula.
X equals -b plus or minus square root
Yup.
of b2, yeah. b2
Mm-hmm.
minus 4ac over 2a.
Good.
All over 2a.
So we're going to sing the song again because Arthur didn't get to hear it. This is just for you. Okay, are you ready, guys? I'm going to zoom in on this because these are your lyrics. Here's the lyrics, everyone. Sing along. Come on.
Are you recording this?
No.
Yes.
No.
I
No.
heard it.
I'm not recording.
Good.
I love it. Okay, so I'll sing it once. You can join in for the first one if you remember it. But I'm going to give you the demonstration and then we'll do it together. You ready? It goes like this. And I'll do the little 1, 2, ready, and X is how we start. Okay? 1, 2, ready, and X equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Very nice. Now, we'll do it in the sections, okay? You're going to echo me. So only sing what I sing. 1, 2, ready, and X equals -b.
X equals
Good.
-b
Plus or minus the square root
plus or minus the square root
of b squared minus 4ac
of b squared minus 4ac
all over 2a.
all
Good.
over 2a.
Echo again. Here we go. X equals -b.
X equals -b
Plus or minus the square root
plus or minus the square root
of b squared minus 4ac
of b squared minus 4ac
all over 2a.
all over 2a.
Yay! Okay, now we're going to do the whole thing together with me. We'll do it really slow this time. We'll take the tempo down. Ready? And I'm going to slow it, so listen to my tempo. 1, 2, ready, and X equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now we'll pick up the pace. X equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And now we pick up the pace again. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Woo! Very nice, very nice. And now you'll always know the quadratic formula, whether you want to or not.
I was just gonna say, like, this is against my will.
Right. Okay. So we have it. We have it. There you have it. Now you've heard the song. And I was recording. I was recording. So you can go listen to this later. You know, if you ever get famous, maybe sample it, put it in the song. Give me some credit. Whatever.
We be a math class singing.
Yeah.
My husband, I was listening to your husband heard us singing.
Oh.
He said, who was that singing? I said, my class.
That's right. That is right. Oh, it's so good. Okay. So, back to using this. Titania, I would like for you to start us off. Give us, how do you find the discriminant first?
You want to label your, well, actually, you want to turn your x into a 1.
Yes. That's a good first step. Put a 1 there.
You want to label your A, B, and C.
Okay. So there's my A. There's my B. There's my C.
And then you want to put it into your formula.
Okay.
So we're going to do 10 squared
Okay. 10 squared
minus 4
minus 4
times 1
times 1
times 24.
times 24.
So you're going to get 100
Mm-hmm.
minus negative 96.
Okay, so that's negative 4 times 1 times 24. Is that right? And that
Yes,
is negative 96. Okay.
And that's going to be 4.
100 minus 96 is indeed 4.
B equals 4.
So our discriminant is 4. Very good. All right. Now, who can tell me the next step? Who'd like to walk me through the next part of this problem?
I can.
Jessica, go ahead.
You're gonna do x equals
Okay, so x equals
negative 10
-10
plus or minus,
plus or minus.
and the square root of 4 is 2.
Good. The square root of, I could have just write 2, but I'm going to write 4 just so I don't too many things at once. And
All that over 2 times 1.
all that over 2 times 1. Okay. And then
Okay.
we're going to start simplifying things, right?
Yes.
So, what's next, Jess?
Do the negative 10
Okay, so that's negative 10
plus or minus 2,
2,
and all that over 2.
all of that over 2.
And then you're gonna break it up into negative 10 plus 2 and negative 10 minus 2.
Perfect. So, plus
And all that over 2
minus. Okay.
The negative 2 plus, the negative 10 plus 2 over 2 is negative 8 over
Yes.
2.
Negative 8 over 2.
And then that's going to equal negative 4.
Perfect.
And then the negative 10 minus 2 over 2 is going to be negative 12 over 2.
Perfect.
And then the whole answer is going to be negative 6.
Yes.
And then your x equals negative 4 and negative 6.
Amazing. X equals negative 4 and negative 6. Yeah. That's good. Sorry, guys. You're making me feel crazy today. In a good way, but like, whoa. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Something's happening to me.
To express themselves.
And I like that. I like that.
The class is happy, everybody.
Aw. Well, good. I'm glad y'all think
As
so.
long as my teacher's having a good time, I'm always happy.
Yes. Yes. All right. So, I mean, guys, this is really the bulk of everything that's going to be on our quiz that comes up. So here's what I'm thinking. I would like to show you guys this practice quiz here very soon. However, before that, I do still want to give you the opportunity to know what factoring is so that you have the option to use it if you want. I personally prefer the quadratic formula, but everybody's different. You might like factoring way better. The only thing about factoring is you cannot solve every equation with factoring. Sometimes it won't work. The quadratic formula will always work. So, let's put this do now away, and I'm going to teach you how to factor real quick.
Can I sing?
Can you sing?
No. Can I explain? Well, I actually know what you're doing.
You do?
Yes.
Did you look ahead at the videos?
Yeah.
Girl, you're so good.
She said, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, well, Titania, while I'm looking for my notes, talk to us about it.
Okay, so when we are factoring our problem, you will take your C and you want to add up numbers to come to your B.
Yeah. So it's really strange unless you can see it.
I'll show you.
It's kind of hard to explain without,
Yeah.
like, writing it. But that's, in a nutshell, that's exactly what we're going to learn today. Let me
So are we
find
just
my
taking
notes.
notes, Miss Taylor?
Yep, we're about to take some notes.
Are we gonna get graded on our notes today?
What you mean? You trying to leave?
Not that I'm trying to leave, I just.
Are you sleepy? So let me tell you this.
I at least try to get home like to where I can.
No, I get it. Let me pause this. All right, so let's title this as Algebra 2. Unit 1, last thing in Unit 1. And these are our Day 7 notes.
So this is the last week we gonna run this?
Pretty much, yeah.
Next week is something new.
Uh-huh.
Unit 2.
I know.
Yeah, I think that's what every class should do.
Huh.
First time, like, first 2 weeks, you learn one thing, the next 2 weeks, you learn something else.
Is it different in other classes?
Girl, they
Yeah.
try to cram everything in us in 1 week.
Ooh. And sometimes we can do that. It just depends on what that thing is.
Look, in English too,
Hang on. Wait, let me pause this. Okay. Wednesday, August 13th. So we are going to talk about how to solve a quadratic equation by factoring. So we will title this,
factoring.
yes, factoring. Factoring quadratics. And let's see, factoring quadratics. And, okay. One of, in my opinion, the best ways to kind of explain a topic or a concept is to show an example and explain as we go through the example and kind of write notes off to the side. So I'm going to write an example and we're going to talk about it. Let's start with something simple like x squared minus 2x minus 3. And I'm going to write a statement here. Equals x plus 1. times x minus 3. Okay. I'm going to prove to you that this quadratic, x squared minus 2x minus 3, is equal to this multiplication problem, x plus 1 times x minus 3. I want you guys to dig deep for a second. Think way back to when we were foiling and using the box method. We used binomials and we multiplied them using FOIL or box, and every time we do that we end up with an answer kind of like this. So we've gone one way, but now we're going to learn how to do the other thing.
Backwards.
We're going to go backwards.
Is it hot in here, or is it just the wig?
It could just be the wig. I'm actually not as hot today, but is anybody else hot?
You might as well take your thing off, our class is almost over.
Oh. You are so funny.
Our girl is good.
Okay, so first let's make sure we remember how to multiply binomials and how these two things are the same. So if I wanted to multiply these,
Yeah.
what would the first thing be that I do?
X times X.
Yeah, I'm going to do x times x, and that'll give me x squared,
X times -3.
x times negative 3, which is negative 3x.
And then 1 times X.
Yeah, 1 times x, so plus 1x.
And then 1 times -3.
And then 1 times negative 3, which is negative 3. Okay. Then we'd combine like terms in the middle, and we'd get x squared minus 2x minus 3. And sure enough, do you see this matches that? X squared minus 2x minus 3. So this isn't too hard to do. We can multiply and we can get to a quadratic. But going from a quadratic to this form, this is the factored form, because factors are the things that we can multiply to get a product. Okay? So I'm going to show you the process of how we do this. Basically, we have to decide what numbers do I put in here to make this work and FOIL to that original problem. So, step 1. Label your A, B, and C. Label A, B, and C. So, what is my value for A?
1x, 1 squared.
No. You're almost on it. Not x, not square.
Is 1.
Just 1. A is 1. Good. What's B?
-2.
-2.
-3.
And C is -3. Okay. Now, once we have our A, B, and C labeled, we're going to move on to the next step, which is we're going to list all of the factors or all of the numbers that we could multiply to C, which is -3. So now list the factors of C. I'm just going to write in parentheses, what can I multiply to get this number? So what I like to do at this point is I like to draw a little arrow off of my C. And then C is -3. I'm just going to write that again. So we could always start with 1. 1 times what makes -3?
1 times 3.
1 times 3 makes +3. 1 times
-3.
-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you said that at first. 1 times negative 3 makes negative 3. I could also do negative 1 times what?
Negative, positive 2?
Positive, not 2, 3.
Positive, okay.
3.
Also,
Negative 1
good
times
job.
positive 3
Yeah.
can make negative 3. Now I could flip it again. I could say, well, what if I do 3 times negative 1? And then I could do negative 3 times 1. These pairs of numbers all multiply to equal negative 3.
Yeah.
1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Negative 1 times 3, negative 3. 3 times negative 1, negative 3. Negative 3 times 1, it's negative 3. So these are factors. So that's our second step, is we list the factors of C. Now the third step is to add each set of factors and see, do any of them add up to the same number as B, as negative 2? Okay, so step 3, add factors of C to find which pair adds up to B. So what I like to do next is just write, to remind myself, B is negative 2. So I'm going to go through each pair. What is 1 plus negative 3?
Excuse me. Negative 2.
Negative 2. Oh my gosh. So we got it on the first try, didn't we? Negative 2. B is negative 2. So 1 and negative 3 are going to be the numbers we use here. And here's what we do with these numbers. This is just to show what we're looking for. Check. Okay. So we added our factors of C. We found the first pair. It does add up to negative 2. So the very last step is, once we know which numbers are correct, we're going to put the numbers in our parentheses. And I haven't drawn your parentheses yet. You'll see what I mean. Okay. So when I have a quadratic, okay, before I actually explain this, I just gave you a lot of things to write. Let me pause this, give you a second to write this down so that you're not trying to do two things at once. And then I'll explain. So for step 4, I said put the numbers in our x in parentheses. What? I'm going to explain that. So whenever we are factoring a quadratic, or we're trying to figure out what two pairs of numbers and variables can I multiply to get this, something that we know from multiplying two sets of binomials is that every time we do this, we get a quadratic. We get something that is x squared minus something x, or plus something x, minus something, or plus something. Because we have x squared minus 2x minus 3, I know that my factors have to start with x and x, because the only thing that is going to give me x squared is x times x. X times x is x squared. And what we just figured out by doing the factors of C and adding them to see which one adds up to B is we found our factor numbers. So over here, just like I said, put the numbers in our x parentheses. I have positive 1 and negative 3. So my answer is going to be positive 1, so plus 1, and negative 3, minus 3. You just factored a quadratic. See how we got that?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, this isn't even all the way done, because if you want to solve for x, you have one last step. Now, I'm going to write 0 and separate this, because really it should be the quadratic equal to 0, and then we're going to solve this equation, the whole thing. So now I have x plus 1 times x minus 3 equals 0. Great, but I haven't solved for x yet. The very last step, and this is why I like quadratic formula better, because it's just so many steps. It's a lot. Step 5 is set each factor equal to 0 and solve.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's 5 whole steps.
5 whole steps. Crazy. Now, it looks like a lot. 5 whole steps is a lot. But I will say it's kind of like this with anything in math. If you do it a bunch of times over and over and over, it eventually does feel easy. But what I found the last few times I have taught Algebra 2, we started with factoring. This is the first class I haven't done that with. And we would end up spending 3 weeks learning how to factor. And I'll tell you what, by the end of the 3 weeks, everybody was really good at it. But then half the term is over and we had no time for anything else. And then nobody wanted to learn the quadratic formula because they had just learned how to factor.
Right.
So, and I feel like the quadratic formula is better because this method doesn't work for every problem. The quadratic formula does. So it's silly, in my opinion.
About your line of teaching, you taught us a little bit of this, a little bit of this,
Yeah,
a little bit of
I
this.
just sprinkle it in.
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I mean by set them equal to 0. I'll pull it down here so it's closer to, everything's all over the place. So I have x plus 1 is equal to 0, because that's my first one. And then I have x minus 3 is equal to 0. So let's solve for x. How do I solve for x in this problem? X plus 1 is 0.
Don't you do the little x times x?
Nope, it's not even that hard. X plus 1 equals 0. I want to get x by itself. What were you saying?
Oh, you subtract.
Subtract 1.
Duh, brain
Right.
power.
I know, this is like, there's no way it's this easy. It is. X.
Going back to like pre-algebra.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why those skills
I
are
literally have a
important.
whole brain fart.
That's all right. Okay, so you just solved for x. X is negative 1. And how do I solve for the next one?
You add 3.
Add 3. Good.
Yeah. I got a whole note in my book, and I just
Right.
like I said, I had a whole brain fart.
And x equals 3. You did it. You solved. It works. Now, notice we didn't get decimals. This will not work for equations that give you decimals for x's. And, you know, you can't always tell if that's what you're going to get or not from the get-go.
So you could be going like through this whole entire
Yep.
situation.
You could, this is why I don't like factoring, because you might get a quadratic, you might list all the factors of C out, you might try every single one of them. You might spend 2 hours on it just to find out that you can't factor it and have to do the quadratic formula. That's why I like the quadratic formula more, But for some problems, for very simple ones, this can be quicker. It's just, the more you do these things, the more you begin to recognize when you can, when you can't. We just don't have enough time in our term to get you guys to that point where you can really just, boom, I got it. We do what we can. Yes. Yes. X equals -1, 3. That is another way to write the answer. Perfect. All right. I am going to zoom out a little. And I'm going to pause this. All right. So here are some notes on factoring. We can use this in the future as a guide to help us when we're factoring other quadratics. We are going to have a practice quiz tomorrow. The official date of the quiz is to be determined, okay? So this is all of the required instruction I'm going to give you today. If you would like to stay and practice more of other things before we start the practice quiz, stay. We can have a little math party in here, okay? But if you have all your notes, if you are caught up on everything, if I told you that today and said you are caught up, then feel free to go early, take a break, have a nice evening off, and we will work on that practice quiz tomorrow.
Thank you.